What's good? What's good? Patreons, what's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Let's talk about it. Oh man, Wu Tang. Flip the script and test my skills, nigga. You're tripping. Now you finna learn the secret of the alias Wu Tang names. Oh buddy. Oh buddy. Oh, this feel good. I need to come in my guest room more often. Ah, rest. Now, anyway, let's get ready to get into this. There's a lot of things y'all didn't know. Wu Tang really set it off with the alias names. Nobody was doing that but them. They were the first ones to really set that in motion, and boy, did everybody bite that. Everybody bit that, and that really pissed off the Wu Tang. Especially when Biggie them and Puffy them came with it. You know, Puffy is now P. Diddy and Biggie is now Frank White. And it was really pissing the Wu-Tang off when they did that. Everybody wanted to have an alias. And that was just not cool. That wasn't cool with them. The Wu-Tang, man, that came around in 94, 90, before he went into 95. They were heavy into the martial arts flicks and in the superhero in the comic books. Like Iron Man, Tony Stark. Like Ghostface's name is Iron Man. Like they called him Iron Man. That's Tony Stark's. That's Iron Man right there. So supreme clientele, that's what people want to, recognize him by, but he was Iron Supreme. Because remember, they had the Supreme Iron Man out there. So everybody was coming up with alias names. Like, oh, we're going to be like, yo, I'm Ghostface, a.k.a. Iron Man. Like a police rap sheet. They got like all your alias, all your names on the sheet. So that was crazy at the time, but definitely Ghostface his name is Tony Starks with the S. Now the comic book version is Tony Stark without the S. Now people never caught that, but we knew from the jump that was to avoid trademark problems with Marvel. Now we need to get into things that you didn't know. The RZA, whose name was Bobby Steele. Bobby Steels, because right when he was coming up with the name, Superman had just debuted a black Superman by the name of Steel. And that was it. He was Bobby Steels. Bobby Steels. This is way before Bobby Digital. Bobby Digital came way later. And that's when it really started getting getting out of hand from that point on. When they started coming with Bobby Digital and all of that, they was going off the rails. Now, before we get that far down the line, let's look at where we are, in total. Now, I remember when they was doing that, Kappa didn't want a name, like no superhero. Nah, I'm Kappa. So they just called me Donna. So that was it. Kappa Donna did not participate in this exercise whatsoever. Call him Kappa or Donna. That's it. That was it. It was Kappa or Donna. That was it. Raekwon the Chef, his name was called Lex Luthor. He was Lex Luthor. And of course, that was going to conflict with DC. So he changed his name to Lex Diamonds. Lex Diamonds. So he was gonna be Doctor Doom, the Jizza, but he ended up being Maximilian, the genius. Maximilian. Oh, yeah, he was gonna be Doctor Doom. The old dirty bastard was gonna be known as Unicron. That, you don't remember who Unicron is? Unicron is the monster planet in the Transformers movie that used to dissolve all the other planets. Unicron. So he ended up going with the Osiris. He was Unicron for a minute, and then he was, I'm the Osiris. I like that better. I'm the Osiris. So he wanted to go down as the Osiris. So Osiris, son, that's me. You God, he was You Godzilla. That was his name, and then they ended up going with the martial arts name with the kid with the golden arms, so he was Golden Arms. Inspector Deck was named after the pitcher Raleigh Fingers. Raleigh Fingers used to have a beard and everything. I mean, the mustache with the bicycle handles. Raleigh Fingers. But his name was supposed to be Magneto. Method Man, of course, is the Ghost Rider. We know who the Ghost Rider is. Johnny Blaze. I had an argument with somebody over this who was really stupid and drunk and didn't follow comic books since like 1982. But gonna tell me Johnny Blaze is the Human Torch. I said, no, you got your Johnnies mixed up. Flame on. Man, flame on, nigga. I'll be like, dude, I know what flame on mean. I know what Johnny you're talking about. His name is Johnny Storm. Sue Storm is his sister. Johnny Storm, Sue Storm. Nah, Johnny Blaze. I remember that. Blaze, he turned on fire. Johnny Blaze. That's the Ghost Rider. You know what? Let's bet. Bet. All right. Back then, I wish we had our phones to pull it up. We had to go look it up, grab some information, call people. It was brutal back then. So, the master killer who went by the name Noodles, master killer didn't want to go by any comic book names either. And they were like, well, we want to call you I'm the High Chief. The High Chief. That's me, the High Chief. High Chief Jamel. So he was the High Chief, and that was it. He wanted to be the High Chief or Noodles. That was a nickname that was given to him, and he liked it, Noodles. So these were their names. Now, if they were to make these alias names popular, they could use these names and rebrand themselves and make a whole new album based on their alias names. Their alias names could get popular enough so they could use that and rebrand that and make albums off of that. They could get signed using and performing under the name, like let's say Ghost, right? Ghost, who changed his name. He was legally titled the Ghostface Killer. Then he rebranded it and changed it to, first it was Ghostface Killer, then he changed it to just Ghostface. And took the word killer off of it for endorsement rights. So the killer name was removed and he was just Ghostface. Well, it's more lucrative now when you do it that way. So you got Iron Supreme Clientele, Pretty Tony. He got like Ghost Dini. He got like 50 names. The Wallaby Champ. The Laser Beam Vocalist. You could call him all of these different. You could call him about 1,000 different names. And that's for all of them. Nobody had a more popular name than, I would say, Method Man with Johnny Blaze. Ghostface is Iron Man. Tony Starks. You ain't gonna find nobody with a more popular name of an alien. Says Tupac had Machiavelli. And before anybody gets started, no, I said alias, not an alter ego. Because if somebody come in here and say Shock G and Humpty Hump, I'm going to have a fit. That is what you call an alter ego. Okay, this is just an alias name of a person you already are. Okay? All right. Now we got that straight. All right, Patreons, I'm out. I don't know when I'm going to show this on YouTube, so it'll probably be a minute for they see it on YouTube. But YouTubers, join the Patreon so you get to learn stuff all the damn time. All right? All right, then. I'm finna give away some things too pretty soon on the Patreon. So, yeah, I might do that this week. So I'm gonna holler at y'all by the time they see it on regular YouTube, though. Y'all might already got the shit. So it'll all work out. Love, peace, and hair grease.